Dollhouse Druid is actually supposed to be really strong in top legend right now, and in this video I'm gonna give you the version I played last night, talk about the general strategy, your mulligans, as well as some general tips so you have a better idea of how to play with and against this deck. So if you're serious about Hearthstone, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can hire for some Hearthstone coaching, as well as check out my Modify Hearthstone masterclasses. Now let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the variant I used, and the main difference from the more popular variant is I did fit in one cover artist, as well as I removed one innervate, and even though innervate does feel like it's pretty important in the deck, we had to cut something, and as you're gonna notice, everything feels very important, so had to cut some corners here. Cover artist will allow you to have a lot of extra damage against classes like Warrior, which was our first matchup, and we lost by a single point of damage basically, so if we had this guy, it would have been very different. But also other variants do opt for Rising Wave, which is gonna help you better control the early game, so it's kinda hit and miss. It might be better to really swap this guy for a Rising Wave or something. Basically you can see the similar variations. One extra innervate definitely feels okay. Rising Wave feels like something you could be using. Some people are using Burn Down nowadays because you don't have as much card draw with some of the other, with Ionar no longer being in the list, but yeah, this is basically close to a perfect list. We have Innervate in here so you can cheat out extra mana, so you can cheat out stuff a little bit earlier. Arcanite Revelation can be pretty nice for you. Turn 1, this is always going to be a great play for you, so you can potentially even get a 0 mana Malfurion's Gift for ramp, or 2 mana New Heights would be pretty nice. 2 mana Frost Lotus, 6 mana Sleep Under would be amazing. 0 mana Funnel, honestly, almost all of your spells discounted would be pretty MVP, because it is going to allow you to do a lot of extra stuff on the turns where you're popping off. We obviously have a couple of Funnel Cakes. They are extremely important in this variant, because you don't have enough time to dilly-dally and actually ramp to 16 mana with this one. The 0 mana Funnel Cakes discounted by Livebinder's Gift are going to be extremely powerful for you, so you can actually spend 7 mana on Owlonious and still have plenty of mana to work with. So definitely do not sleep on the Funnel Cakes. They are super important in this variant, and they're gonna allow you to do a lot of crazy broken things. Couple of magic dollhouses in here, obvious inclusions. You still want your good spell damage amplification. Malfurion's Gift mainly in here for the ramp, but it could be extra swipes for you. Seabreeze Chalices can be super big on the damage once you get a bunch of spell damage and Owlonious on the board. Bottomless Toy Chests would be amazing for you if you got an extra Funnel Cake, an extra Chalice, an extra Swipe, extra Sparkling File, that kind of deal. But in the early turns you could also use it for some other card draw potential, like another Frost Lotus, another Sleep Under Discharge, that kind of deal. But obviously it would be MVP if you actually double up your damaging stuff. Even though it kind of feels nice doubling up New Heights and stuff like that, you're not gonna feel very comfortable spending 6 mana to gain a couple of extra mana next turn, so keep that in mind, it might be a problem for you. We also have a couple of Livebinder's Gift. It's very important for you to actually time correctly when you're using this thing, because if you just use it as soon as you can, you're not going to be discounting the really important stuff. You actually want to be collecting some good cards you want to be discounting, and the best cards to discount would be Funnel Cake, Sparkling File, Sleep Under Discharge, Swipe, that kind of deal, so you can actually cheat out a lot of extra stuff on the turn you're popping off. At least that's the main concern you should be thinking about. If you have good reason to discount something else, might be a good idea. Like, let's say if you do this on turn 2, it's gonna allow you to have maybe a 2 mana New Heights for next turn and 1 mana Bottomless Toy Chest. That can be also something worth doing in situations where you know you're gonna be lacking time. So as long as it makes sense, you could actually crack this a little bit sooner for a less card discount, but if you really think you're going to need a lot of extra mana on the turn where you need to be popping off, like let's say against the Death Knight, let's say against the Warrior, it's going to be very important to Livebinder on a hand you actually are planning to pop off with. The new Ethereal Oracles feel absolutely amazing in the deck, and that's the reason why some lists actually managed to cut cover artist out of their deck. Because this thing basically allows you to have a lot of extra spell damage combined with your magical dollhouses, and it gives you tons of extra card draw, so it can be really nice. As soon as you pop off with these things, you're gonna have a lot of extra spell damage and card draw to work with, so a lot of the times, even if you don't have the combo in hand, you still wanna go for it if the opponent is pushing you, so you can actually try your luck and actually get things done quicker. Couple of Frost Lotus Seedlings, still pretty MVP if you have them in your opening hand. It does feel a little bit clunkier later on, because you're not really going to have that much time to wait for them. Like, beyond turn 2 and turn 3, you're probably not going to be comfortable waiting for them for their full effect, so if you have the free mana to spare, you might just crack them open a little bit earlier without waiting for them. But obviously, would be the best thing to have in your opening hand, would be your best turn 1 top deck. Definitely is very nice getting that 10 extra armor and also a couple of cards, really nice. New Heights, still as good as ever. It's mainly here for the ramp. Not really often you're gonna find yourself to actually gain above 10 mana in today's meta, because most decks are going to be just way too quick and you're not going to have time to dilly-dally. You're just going to have to be popping off around turn 9, turn 10 at the latest, but if you get lucky against a slower matchup, obviously you're going to get a little bit more mana. The Sparkling Files, you are going to have to be very creative about how you're going to be using this one. Like, a lot of the times you're going to find yourself actually using these so you can actually discount Owlonious low enough so you can fit him in your combo turn. Like, let's say an interesting looking turn for File would be if you got lucky with a double Dollhouse, you got lucky with a double Ethereal Oracle, you pop all of the Dollhouses and the Oracle, and you slap a Sparkling File to the opponent's face. That is gonna discount your Owlonious down to 1 mana, and that's how you usually want to be fitting him in the combo, because you're just not going to have enough mana. You're just not going to have enough mana to pull off a lot of the things, so Sparkling File is going to be more of a mana cheat than anything else in this one. Yes, it is a little bit of extra damage for you. It could be a lot of extra damage for you, but mainly you're going to be using this one to actually cheat out things you're not supposed to be while damaging. Another cool thing about this card is you could actually load it up preemptively in your Mista Vista, and that way, once Mista Vista actually starts casting the Vista spells, if you have 1 Sparkling File, the next card you play is gonna be -2 mana by default. If you have 2 files, it's gonna be -4 mana. So if you just load these up in your Mista Vista side quest, you're gonna open up the turn with -4 mana on your next card, which is mainly gonna be a free mana Owlonious for you, which could be pretty nice. So definitely be smart about the Mista Vista turn. We also obviously have a couple of swipes, so very important for you to actually clear the board before you start slapping with your Seabreeze Chalices, even though in some cases you just probably still pull the trigger on him, like a couple of files and a couple of free chalices, more like it, might be enough if the chalices actually slap face, but obviously it would be a lot better if the swipe clears the board first. Cover Artist, main use is going to be obviously on your Owlonious, but in some cases you might be desperate for card draw. You could use it on your Ethereal Oracle, or you might be desperate for healing or for some Titan steals. Like, you could be using this on Ziliax, for instance, especially if it's an Unkiliax. You get yourself a free Poison Divine Shield Rush Reborn Unkiliax, that'd be amazing. You could also steal Yogs this way, Mage, Titans, that kind of deal. So it's not only for your Owlonious, so don't think of it as a linear card. You could be using it in all sorts of different ways. Mista Vista, pretty important, especially on tempo. It allows you to feel a lot more free to be wasting things like swipes, files, all that nonsense in your early turns without actually thinking about OTKing your opponent just yet. Because once the Mista Vista turn actually happens, you are, like I said, gonna find yourself with discounts on the file. You're gonna get a lot of extra free damage out of the swipes. It only goes to enemies, so that's kind of nice. The only spell that could actually fail you would be the Sparkling File, which could technically go to your face, but it can also go to the opponent's face, so it's a 50-50 at worst. We also love putting extra Seabreeze Chalices into your Mista Vista. Like, even if you don't have any spell damage, you might actually crack a couple of Seabreeze Chalices just so Mista Vista repeats them, and he is gonna give you extra 2-drink and 1-drink chalices back in your hand that way, so you are gonna be cheating out extra damage, but also keep in mind your hand size is gonna be an issue, so if you also did things like Frost Lotus, if you did things like Sleep Under the Star, Arcanite, the Malfurion's Gift is also gonna flood your hand, Bottomless Toy Chest, that kind of deal, you are gonna get yourself extra stuff in hand, so you do run the risk of actually burning important cards, and obviously the important card would be Owlonious, which honestly in this deck is not that important, because like I said, you have +4 spell damage, so that alone would be like 8 damage swipe to the face with 5 damage AoE. Your Sea Breezes are going to be dealing 6 damage a pop. Your Sparkling File is going to be dealing 6 damage a pop. So you definitely don't always go for just Owlonious gameplay. Sometimes you just tempo out chip damage with some spell damage, and that also could get you there, as long as you're not expecting the opponent to have some access to good healing. Owlonious, pretty amazing, obviously. If everything goes according to plan, you're gonna have double Dollhouse, double Oracle, and Owlonious, and that alone would be +5 spell damage times 2, so that's 10 damage extra for you. So your swipe becomes 12 plus 11 damage AoE, your Sea Breeze Chalice becomes 12 damage a pop, that kind of deal, so it could be pretty massive. And obviously if you get very, very lucky, you could even have a cover artist in the mix and the damage becomes insane in that case. Like, that would be 6 damage times 2, 12, times 2 plus 24, so that would be pretty amazing. And obviously you could just have like double Dollhouse, Owlonious, and cover artist, which would be plus 20 damage like that as well, so pretty nutty stuff. Lastly, we have Sleep Under the Stars. You could be using this for card draw, for armor gain, for ramp. Like, let's say if you find yourself with a little bit more mana, you could actually plop Owlonious, and if you could actually cheat out Sleep Under the Stars for 6 mana somehow with the help of Funnel Cake, Innervate, that kind of nonsense, you might use this to refresh back to 9 mana that way. That can be helpful for you, so you can keep on slapping with the good stuff. Also, it's a card you should be careful when you're using during the Mist of Vista turns, because if you get unlucky, this might actually draw you 6 times. But the norm would be you draw 2 extra cards out of this, so if you think you're not gonna be overdrawing with 2 extra cards, it's still not the worst idea in the world to plop it, but obviously be aware of the potential low roll for you to actually burn a bunch of cards thanks to this. But all around, it is definitely a very MVP card. All around, how the game play goes with this one, you preferably want to be Arcanite Revelation on 1 or Dollhouse on 1. On turn 2, usually you don't do much. If you have a Dollhouse, it would be great to bottom the toy chest like that. But Innervate into ramp is usually not an amazing idea unless you really feel like it is gonna pay off, because like I said, the Innervate could be pretty important. Turn 3, you want to be popping your New Heights. Turn 4, Frost Lotus Seedling should be ready for you to blast, and from there on out, it's anyone's guess how the game's gonna go. You don't want to be wasting too much of your removals for just mediocre boards from the opponent. Like, try to get a little bit of extra bang for your buck kind of deal. Like, if you are going to be swiping, try to maybe fit in a Ethereal Oracle in the mix so you can keep on cycling. Like, don't hold on to Oracles just for the OTK turns. They are also amazing stabilization tools for you, as well as card draw for you, and also something the opponent is going to have to deal with, so definitely use them a little bit more for the mid game than anything else, because in the end game, as long as you're not against Warriors and Death Knights, you're not going to need that much damage to actually kill most opponents. And also, while you're using swipes with this guy plus Dollhouse, you're probably also gonna chip like 6 damage to the opponent's face and such, so keep that in mind. What I found with this deck is usually most opponents are trying to close you around 7, 8, 9, that kind of deal, so you're not gonna have too much time to dilly-dally. You're gonna have to start blasting real soon. So be on the lookout on how much damage your face could take before you start blasting, and also how you can actually manage to cheat out all of that damage a little bit earlier. It is gonna be crucial. Also keep in mind a lot of players started running Speaker Stompers, Cult Neophytes, that kind of deal, so that could be pretty insane against you, especially if you're against rogues. You're gonna notice one rogue completely counters that way. So if you're seeing too many of those, this deck is probably not going to be that amazing for your meta. As for matchups, we're probably not going to see too much stats. Let me see on the similar lists with plenty more sample size. Yeah, here's one. And here we're going to see a lot of red. It's a very hard deck to really pilot well, so keep that in mind. You can see Razzler Death Knight is not going to be great. Pirate Demon Hunter is not something you should see too often. Dawnguard Druid is apparently not that great for you. Discover Hunter, Big Spell Mage apparently, Tourist Belly, plenty of the Shamans, plenty of the Priests, but all around the rest is decent. I guess the Rogues are also going to be a counter, honestly, like Sonya Rogue and apparently Mech Rogue. Sonya Rogue is quite green here. I'm assuming people just botch the deck. But if you're against the Sonya Rogue with Speaker Stomper, you're definitely in for a lot of pain. As for the Mulligan, here's what people are going for. This is the variant without the artists, but you're never going to hold on to the artist anyway, so who cares? You're always going to keep New Heights, Arcanite Revelation, Frost Lotus, Dollhouse, Malfurion's Gift, In some cases, Mista Vista is also amazing. Honestly, in most cases, as long as you're not against a super fast matchup, you could actually hold on to this guy, but also try to be curving into it somewhat, like at least have one sort of ramp against the opponent. Bottomless Toy Chest could be decent, especially if you have a location. Ethereal Oracle could be decent around turn 4, so you can actually draw a bunch. The rest probably not so much. And as for on the coin, it's pretty much a lot of the same stuff. Yeah, it's all the same cards. Depending on the matchup, you might consider even something like a swipe. And something I forgot to mention about Livebinder's Gift is in some rare cases, you might actually use this for a couple of nature spells. There are a few decent nature removal spells like Aftershock and that kind of stuff. So you might actually find yourself looking for stuff out of this. Like if you don't have anything to discount, if you don't have a way to card draw, might as well roll the dice with this one if the alternative is death. Alright, that's it for the deck. Not that expensive, but definitely pretty hard to play. Honestly, it might be in for a nerf, like who knows what's gonna happen in a week from now, but until then, definitely worth a try if you enjoy this deck, and if you enjoyed the XL Renefal variant, you saw a guide from me and Maxi not too long ago, so yeah, give it a check. It still feels pretty nutty, as you're about to see. Hope you enjoyed the guide. Now let's check out some of my games on my road to top 100 Legend with it. Hope you enjoy. It's Max Star. Okay, pretty nice hand. Yeah, how's it going, Rel? Welcome, welcome.
There is no Hallows Scourge.
Let's just do that. That's not bad. Probably should have done that on turn 1 though. Good evening. Okay. He's gonna start blasting. I don't think I have that many turns to wait for this thing. What's happening, guys? Fucking hell, man. Okay. Wait, what? Fuck was that? Should I make a swipe here? We'll need a little bit of room for this sleep. I'll swipe the mouth area. Probably not gonna need more than one. Okay.
One dose
If I coin, I could draw a bunch more. I think I should. Okay, we got some new height action. Mista Vista is playing hard to get. Okay, this hand has some decent stuff to bring down lower. Crap. Okay, there's the Mista. On the lower end of the armor stuff though. Will I survive this long? I better. A little bit on the lower side. Might just have to pop off next turn with where it's going. Problem is I don't have that much to pop off with. This is gonna help me discount nicely though. I should actually be able to do some. I think I'm going all in.
Witness true arcane magic. How enigmatic. This one's a tribute!
Funny. Was I able to do this earlier? Probably not. Was pretty efficient. Probably not. How's it going, Bessie? Okay. I don't know, that was a weird game. Feels like both of us had some technical difficulties at one point. Speaking of agency, agent agency, reporting for duty.
Feel the power of the wild world.
Couldn't ask for a much more better hand than this. I mean, I could. This could have been a Frost Lotus. Been like that for a while now. Perhaps. Not the best cards to have in hand, but one of the better things to discount. Yeah, pretty much programs. This guy running that, it will be a bitch. It will be a bitch waiting room. I'm assuming he's gonna be Psycho Rogue if he's running Speaker Stomper. Okay, Mr. Vista's gonna be lit. Pretty litty. We're probably gonna be popping off a lot sooner with a hand like this, like next turn Mr. Vista, and on the Mr. Vista turn we pop off. We're gonna pop the fuck off. Pop the fuck off. Yeah. Facts. I do the agency with the women every day, guys. I do the agency. Mangek has ruined me. Yeah, cock rogue, that was some serious cock action. Some of that cock in the house. It was a lot of cocking and locking. Problem is, if this guy gets his stomper on the turn where Mr. Vista pops off, I'm gonna pop the fuck off. It'd be a damn shame. Okay, now he's popping off, sadly. Scheiße. Those are adequate. Those are adequate. Shadow steps, fucker. Fuck her. Innervate me, dude. Not even close. Could try to get some random bullshit out of this. Next turn, should be able to do some good stuff. That Helia is gonna be a kink. Ich heiße Kartoffel, what do you mean, Alex? I've always spoke German. That's about the extent of it, though. That's gonna be a bitch. Okay. Don't fuck with me. Thanks. What a hard choice. Please don't plague me right now. Wonder if there was lethal here. I wonder if I'm dead. Maybe I should have killed some of these. Very close to comfort here. They don't have too much burn, do they? Aside from, what's his face? That guy. Please don't. Just don't. Doesn't. Shadow Step Prep still allows him to kill me. Nothing some plagues can't fix either, but maybe I'm gonna gain armor through the sleep. Destroys, so... Don't plague me, dude. Not my face, thanks. Did I seriously pick 2 plagues? Okay. Thanks. Well, he did. Lovely. Where's my damage, yo? I mean, what am I doing? Yeah. Fuck am I doing over there? Okay, that was a weird one, not gonna lie. This one could have gone a lot worse for me. Kind of feeling panicky right now with this one. Yeah, Fatal Rage. I was looking for more spell damage, kinda. Damage, but... whatever gets the job done. Yeah, pretty much, Alex, pretty much. Ygric. Let's see it, Ygric.
Feel the power of the wild world.
Every time having Dollhouse on one does kinda help. Having Dollhouse also helps.
One more death can't hurt.
Next turn I might have to use this guy for some card draw. Hopefully we have an adequate spell to use it with. That's a lot of card draw he got. That was some ASMR snort now, wasn't it?
Witness true arcane magic. How enigmatic.
Bottomless toy chesticle. Double funnel is gonna be pretty lit. It's gonna allow me to do some massive stuff with Owly Boy. How's it going, DJ? Welcome. I should be fine. Next turn, I can draw a couple. My swipes are lurking. What's happening, brosups? The fuck? Was that a rage quit or is the game just crappy right now or something? I was actually kind of wanting to see how this one's gonna play out. I think we were actually gonna have some massive stuff. What is up with all the rogues, man? Like, fucking hell, dude. So disgusting.
Power of the wild world.
Let's go like that. Okay, pretty nice having this on turn 1. Okay, discounted innervate never hurts. This way, if he has Cult Neophyte, I'm still gaining 1 mana with this. Big brain. This guy Quasar or some shit. Fuck, man, it's turn 3, chill. Fucking hell, man, he's gonna flood the board with 8/8s now. I mean, 4 manas. Seriously, dude, it's turn frickin' 3, bro. Such wondrous power. Turn fucking 3. Right. Right, lad. Right, lad. I think I go like this. And we do the reduce. Next turn with Sleep Under, I might do something. Fucking hell. No Sonya, by the way. Yeah, good job. By no Sonya, I mean this guy's totally fucking me over on turn 3 without anything Sonya related. Not even Shadow Step, it's just got the nuts.
Time waits for no one.
Piece of shit. Not a huge fan, not a huge fan. Yeah. Okay, funnel cake can help real soon. Problem is I'm dead to Grifta.
Time waits for no one.
One time, please. Thanks. Let's see now. Problem is I don't have my Fury Oracles in here. Stop, please, bitch. Might have to cover artist here, but he's gonna fucking do it again. It's gonna fucking do it again, man. How do I play around that? I don't.
Time waits for no one. This one's a tribute.
I don't feel great about that. Especially since he's gonna keep on doing that shit. If he does it this turn, it's gonna be kind of a mistake because my spell damage is not there, but I guess you can still make a case I might be able to do it. He just did it for the room there anyway, kinda. And shit, he has even hand damage like that. That's a pretty good seedling. I don't think I can realistically wait for this thing to dilly-dally for 5 turns, so let me just get the mana. Another funnel kicks.
How long can you hold?
Fuck. Yeah, man, so fun. Shitter Stomper. I don't have OG swipes anymore, so these Malfurions gifts don't do shit. Yeah. Can't do much about that. A little bit too much bullshit against me. Well, he did interact. I couldn't interact with his interaction though. That's how they get you. Guess something orangey might be close to brown. That's orange. Okay, against the mangy mage. Let us see this. That's fine. Let's see. There we go. Bit better, bit better. Okay, big spell bullshit. Perfect. Druid color. Perhaps. Let us proceed to witness. Lucy. Honestly, he should just slapping me in the face with that thing. Guess he doesn't see it that way. Which is good for me. Let's try and code ramp and use this one. Or not. Guess I'm just gonna use the expensive one then. Poor bastard couldn't tempo for the life of him. Is Ethereal off the top kind of lethal? Probably kind of not. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. Sitting at 13. He has access to 10 damage next turn. I'm a gain. Next turn with double Ethereal, that's actually a lot of damage. That'll I do. Would have left some of that discount. How much health am I? 25, and he has up to 23 damage next turn. He should be alive. Hope he doesn't get the 6-7 bot. Please don't. Still has room exactly for a 6-7 bot in his body. Doesn't. Wait. Well, next turn we start blasting. 10 cards. Gotta go like this. Funnel kick is legitness. Oh god. Without hesitation, sir. It's not enough though. If I get funnel kick out of this, that is enough, sir. Mana cheat is there, you. Please, call me mana cheat. Mana cheat, sir, was my father. God damn, this deck is broken again. Jesus. Jesus. Insanesies. Not a mage. Maybe this guy's gonna be elemental.
The wild world.
Perfect. We're running on pretty tight margins with this deck. Pretty tight margins on the mana, so I'm not sure if coining an Innervate is a good idea. I mean, coining a ramp. I don't know, man. She has been contemplating. Okay, he's going to be doing things quick. In that case, I will have to ramp quick myself. I'll do declare. He has 3 mana, we have 6. Everything is right in the world. I'm gonna tempo this thing probably. Need to keep on doing things. That gives me something to do. I'm gonna use it right now. I don't think I have that much time to wait for it to double up. Okay. This champ can draw a ton. He's setting me up for lethal next turn, isn't he? Okay, helps. Mr. Vista, you say? Ain't nobody got time for that.
I wonder. Time waits for no one.
Surely I'm dead if I don't do this. Have I left myself with enough to actually fuck him over somehow next turn? Owlonious funnel cake. Live binder discount funnel cake. Let's see. Fuck. I ain't seeing it. I ain't seeing it.
I wonder. Time waits for no one.
That to a fort. Could have I done something? I just needed to have some spell damage in there. Yeah, of course. Didn't get any of the Dollhouse or the Ethereals there now. I mean, we did use one Ethereal first, but I don't know, man. Banana God.
Feel the power of the wild world.
Oh, for sure. Go on second. Okay, pretty lit hand. The only thing making it better will be a Frost Lotus right about now. Can I has? Nope. This guy's probably not that useful against the rogue. Maybe a turn 3 Mista Vista actually could be useful. So coin new heights into Mista. I think. Especially with the Innervate. Should I just bottomless with the location next turn? Innervating Mista Vista. Might be a little bit too much in it. Perhaps. 0, 9, and 8. What 9 does this guy draw, man? Fucking hell. I'm gonna have to coin it. Rogue does way too much way too early, and that is a hard counter to me as well. Fucking hell. Doesn't Shadow Slap it. This Panther is totally botching me though. Double funnel kick is what we need out of this. But this Panther is just double taking my mouth. Might be dead here. Tarslick Hero Power GG. Oh, it's actually only +3, so it's gonna be 1 off. He can fucking do it again. Hilarious. Oh, that was a funny turn 5 lethal now, wasn't it? Okay, Dollhouse definitely onto something, but these rogues are fucking me over nicely, aren't they? A little bit too consistently at it. Okay, what other things should we take a stab at?